Hey guys, welcome to Worlds Collide. I'm Matt.
And I'm Tony.
And this is our homie,
Orlando.
hanging out with us today. This is our DC movie news recap for the week of May 20th. Not a ton of news, but there's a lot to talk about. And we're going to start it off straight to the overall DC extended universe. This week it was announced that John Berg and Geoff Johns have now been appointed to co-run DC films. And this is from a report from The Hollywood Reporter. An attempt to course correct their comic book universe and create a dedicated division for the films. Essentially kind of what Kevin Feige is for Marvel.
Fucking Marvel fanboys.
Alright, this move is part of a broader refinement of executive roles at Warner's, which has suffered since its disappointing debut of Batman vs. Superman. I think they mean critical reception, not money, because it made a ton of money. I don't know. Tony. John Berg, Geoff Johns, man. Two guys to run it.
I'm okay with them running it. I just feel like they're still shitting on Zack Snyder too much. And I feel like, especially with Geoff Johns' comment about being more hope and more whatever, it sounds more like they want to put more humor in it because they want to please the fucking critics. But that's just my opinion.
I like the fact that they now... Because Zack Snyder was never officially announced as their head guy. Like, he essentially became it. It was kind of like, well, we'll let you do it until...
I think he was planning it out for
Yeah. But DC desperately needed someone to have a vision and to, even if it was taking from Snyder, they needed someone to have this vision for their movies and where they're going timeline-wise, putting things together.
I'm okay with Geoff Johns taking the reins and, putting it together.
I know a lot of people are shitting on Geoff. I know a lot of people are excited, but I see people shit on Geoff Johns because they're like, well, he's not in the movie business. Like, he's
He can still write a good script, probably.
No, don't get me wrong. It's the same thing can be said for Kevin Feige, even though he's been working in the movies for a long time. Even though he's been working in the movies for a long time. Geoff Johns, great way to start. I'm on board with it. I just hope that they can make it work. Orlando.
Yeah.
What do you think about DC appointing these two guys to run their movie universe?
Sounds great.
And that's all he has to say about that. We'll see how it plays out. We'll start to notice it, I guess, as these movies... we're not really going to know how it's working out until we start to see the movies.
Well, we have Justice League filming right now, so unless he's taking immediate control in that one, which Ben Affleck is taking part in that.
Well, he's executive producer, but now it looks as though...
the guy from Fashionable Mail, right?
The asshole from Fashionable Mail. There you go.
Call me Donnie. Call me Joey.
Freaking Mallrats. God damn you, Kevin Smith. It looks like they're producers now on Justice League. So it's like, we're just going to throw you in. So it makes me feel like they get, you know what? It's like they already had the schedule in place for Justice League. And with the crappy reception of Batman vs. Superman, they couldn't replace Zack Snyder. Because it was just too soon and they thought it was going to be a critically well-received movie. They were going to make all this money, even though it did, but it was just like they couldn't replace it. So now they're just hiring all these producers, which maybe kind of worries me because it's like, how many hands do you want in the cookie pot?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out and get this movie, done and done well.
I think there should just be it should be Ben Affleck, Geoff Johns, Zack Snyder should be a part of that group, and I guess this other guy. But they should all sit down in a room and just discuss this. And I think with Ben Affleck there and Geoff Johns there, I think it could be Zack Snyder can just take over visual wise, he can take over the big visual battles, you know what I mean? And Ben Affleck can just direct the rest of it.
That's kind of a shitty thing to say.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. I like Zack Snyder as a director. I like all his movies. It's just, if you want to please everyone, I guess that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, we'll see. We're not going to see because
you're never going to please everybody. You have to stick with whatever vision that you have and
well, hopefully these guys working together can make that vision come to life and make movies that are well received by at least for the majority of people. Like where Marvel films, it's like everybody almost universally loves it. All right, moving on to Suicide Squad. Possible first reactions to the movie came out this week. Don't know how real they are, but there were quite a few tweets, and I'm just going to read off some of them. Got to watch an early screening of Suicide Squad, and it was actually pretty great. Saw Suicide Squad today, met my expectations, can't wait for the actual release. I recommend everyone go see Suicide Squad in August. It's a pleaser, you will be surprised. All the characters were played incredibly and well. So Tony, your thoughts on the, I guess, first kind of
thoughts? These first reactions are always kind of sketchy. They do happen, but like these people, are they general like audience people? Are they not like famous people going to watch?
No, it's not famous people at all.
Okay, so that's where I get kind of sketchy. It's like, I mean, sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. And then you know what? Suicide Squad is only a few months out, so it's believable. And I know the film's done by now.
Well, shooting wise, it may not have all the effects and stuff like that in there, and I think that's why they do these now to kind of gauge where it is and what things. I know these things do happen. Some of the other comments that were made, one of the guys rated the Suicide Squad an 8. Left satisfied, thinks Leto's Joker fits the film's aesthetics, and expects Suicide Squad to receive a warmer reception as opposed to Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. Another shot. Margot Robbie made a perfectly crazy Harley Quinn. Will Smith is an amazing Deadshot. Killer Croc provided some big laughs, that kind of just surprised me, which is cool. And Leto's Joker showed off a different aspect of insanity. I like what I'm reading.
I already knew this movie was going to do good. Like, it already looks great. Yeah. You know? And I know this movie's going to obviously, like, it can't get any more, like, worse reception than Batman vs. Superman, so I'm pretty sure it's going to...
It could go the way of Fan Force Stick.
I don't think it's going to be
9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
Something stupid.
Something like that. that was well-deserved.
Marvel, I mean, Fox, whoever the fuck you are, just give it back to Marvel.
That's what we keep saying. Just
give it back to Marvel.
All right. Keeping along there, Harley Quinn, the Hollywood Reporter this week announced months before Suicide Squad even opening, Warner Brothers is teaming up with Margot Robbie to produce and star in an untitled spin-off movie with Harley Quinn and a number of DC's female heroes and villains. Though details are under wraps, the Hollywood Reporter mentions names such as Batgirl, Birds of Prey as possible additions. The Hollywood Reporter sources report that Robbie brought the project to WB, adding in her own research. She dove deep into the comics to learn as much as she could, and brought on a writer to help develop the project. And Warner Brothers said, yes, let's make it. Do you think it's a little early to announce this?
I think it's a smart move. Harley Quinn's like one of the more popular characters, especially her boyfriend Joker. I know that probably won't play a big part in that Birds of Prey movie. And I also think Harley Quinn shouldn't have a solo movie, to be honest. Like, a Birds of Prey is perfect. Like, it's it's kind of like when we were talking about that Black Widow thing. I think, like, they've talked enough about her that I don't need a solo movie. It's the same thing with this. Harley Quinn, like, I know she's going to do great in Suicide Squad. She already looks great just based off the trailers. But if they get a Birds of Prey movie off the ground, I just hope they get a good writer for it. But I don't think it's too soon. I think this is smart because this is what people want to see. They want to see more Harley Quinn. The Suicide Squad will be the first official, Harley Quinn on the big screen. Same with Wonder Woman, you know what I mean? Like, all these female characters are getting their, finally, their time. And I think that this will be a moneymaker. 3 females on screen, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, and possibly Poison Ivy or whoever else they decide to pick. Yeah. Katana, they already have Katana. Like, I think that's smart. Plan it. And it could be like an adaptation, like, off of Suicide Squad kind of thing.
I hope it works. I hope that this ends up being, working out for them. I
feel like the whole Suicide Squad, it's good to be bad versus evil type of thing is going to work in their favor. And this Harley Quinn movie is going to be kind of bad working with good. It makes
me wonder, though, like, because they're pretty much, they're not really, they're bad guys in Suicide Squad. Like, so is she going to be, because she's a psychopath. Yeah. Is she going to be the bad guy in her own movie, or are they going to try and make her like an anti-hero? Like, because Deadpool's an anti-hero. I would say he doesn't care to do the right thing.
I would say
only if it pleases him. Like, obviously, in Deadpool.
Yeah. I would say anti-hero. I mean, Harley Quinn. Like, if you read some of the comics, she's fucking crazy, blah blah blah. But when she starts getting off of Joker's grip, once she starts like slowly realizing, like kind of coming to her senses that I don't need Joker because Joker tries to fucking kill her all the time. Once she starts realizing that, she's still crazy, but she slowly gets a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. She gets better, so I feel like as long as Joker's out of the equation, she won't be as nuts. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think she'll still be an anti-hero. I don't think she'll be the villain, but we'll see.
We'll see. Orlando, what do you think?
Whatever. DC.
Margot
Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yeah, she's,
No. I do agree. No, I don't. I'm just
All right, that's it for the DC movie news this week. Like I said, there wasn't much, but there's a lot to talk about. So glad we got to that. So for Worlds Collide, I'm Matt.
And I'm Tony.
And our homie,
Orlando.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to check out our Marvel movie news and subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you guys next time.